Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Two Dicks Exposed. I am your host, Pat.
I'm your other host, Mike.
And today we are giving you something special, and that is a look into the future with what the winter season brings us.
Oh my god.
So,
I'm still horrors of
we
Attack on Titan.
we pulled it up real quick just to be like, all right, well, let's like refresh ourselves to see what's happening in the next couple months. And Jesus, like
it's too much.
If you thought the fall season was good, the winter season is gonna be amazing.
Well, the winter season has the unfortunate of having the one series that like we have been like foaming at the mouth for
years.
The
reason we are like friends again.
Yeah. Like honestly, if it wasn't for the series, I don't think our friendship would be where it is right now.
This podcast would not exist if it wasn't for that
legitimately
series
that series.
we're gonna get to,
but like legitimately like that
is the reason
I started our Shonen Jump chat group that we have. Yep. That led to us like everything, and like us sharing mangas and animes and all that other stuff, which led to us
talking at that wedding, which led to the podcast.
Literally, like thank you.
It changed our life.
It did.
But we'll get to that. We got to save the best for last. We got to save the best for last. But also, we also have to start with one of the best things ever.
Oh yeah, dude. I love this series, and I got into it late, so like
100%. I got into it after everything that was currently out was out. And we are talking about the greatest sports manga or anime ever released. Haikyuu.
I can't even argue that claim, man. I read sports mangas, like I read Ippo and other series, and like Slam Dunk and all that stuff.
Right.
Haikyuu dwarfs them all. I'm sorry.
It's so fucking good.
You can actually at me on this one. I will fight you on this one.
Yeah. Oh, I'll fight everyone.
Right. Because like all the other sports mangas that I've read are about sports that I actually do care about. Like I like basketball, I like football, I like baseball, and I like boxing. Like I grew up in the 90s with Mike Tyson. Like if you grew up in that era, you like boxing. And
not me.
Yeah. My I go on record one more time. Yeah, it's my mom that got me into boxing, not my dad. It's such a weird
just
thing.
because your mom hit you as a kid doesn't
she beat me.
If anyone at school asks where these came from, we were boxing.
But Haikyuu is about volleyball, a sport that like I don't care about, and we've gone on record again on this time of literally our friend Josie and his family's obsession with it.
No, but the cool thing about Haikyuu though is watching it. Like I learned how to play volleyball.
Yes.
Like I've played volleyball a lot, and outside of just like rotating and you have the server and then like the 3-touch rule. Like that's all I learned actually playing the game.
Yeah, you learned the middle school, high school rules of volleyball. You're just like, okay, that's what you do.
Like the one rule I knew was get it over the net.
Yeah, that's it.
But like you watch this and you realize like, oh no, you control the ball.
Yeah, there's
like,
so much to it.
Why did that never occur to me as a child playing volleyball? But
it's one of those things that I feel like a lot of people don't take into consideration when they like get interested in a sport or something like that. Is like the actual nuances of like how the sport works or all that stuff. Like one thing I liked about Ippo is like why the coach does this to train Ippo to do that, and it's because he has to for this, and it's like you think like it's just like big man, arm strong, punch man go down.
Yeah, but
it's like it's way more than that, and that if you like the sport. Right, you know that. Like if you watch football, you watch baseball, there's a lot more to it than just throw ball fast, ball go far.
Right.
Yeah,
it's all about lining up the bases and then getting your heavy hitter out there and the rotation and
everything.
Exactly.
And that's the same thing with
you got to get all your bases in line when you play football.
Right, but I never cared about volleyball, so I thought it was just like, it goes over the net. If the guy doesn't hit it back over, then, yay!
Yeah, so we get the final movie.
Yes.
We finally get to see how the tournament ends.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And my God, like that tournament was a fucking nail biter. Like, the entire time because Haikyuu, we've mentioned this before. You end up rooting for every single team.
Character is so
it's like you want the what are they? The Ravens or whatever.
The Crows.
The Crows.
Yeah.
You want them to win, obviously, because they're like the main team.
Something.
The Kurosaki or Kurasano.
Kurosaki Ichigo.
Kurosaki Ichigo.
Kurasano, yeah.
The Kurasano Crows. But like, yeah, you get attached to every other team that's in this, and you want them all to win.
I want them all to be happy.
Yeah, but it won't happen.
It won't.
They're gonna go all blue lock on us and make a special team afterwards.
Oh yeah, but actual sudden death elimination.
Yes,
they actually die.
So look forward to the Haikyuu movie.
It's gonna be fantastic. Another series that I'm excited for, mainly because I think it's supposed to be a reboot. It's not a continuation, if I'm mistaken.
I don't know. I thought it was the next season.
Is it? I've heard that they were restarting it.
But I could be wrong. They could be rebooting it.
Who knows?
Because the hype for this, I thought, was everyone was like, oh, it's finally coming back.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess I'll have to go back and rewatch season 1 then. Mm-hmm. And that anime is Blue Exorcist.
So this is actually one I didn't watch season 1 on, but I know people have hyped it up.
It is third season. Okay, yeah, so it's not it's a continuation. Okay. All right, I'm okay with that. I did not watch season 2 because, and it's weird because you got to go back into like the earlier, because when did season 2 drop?
Probably like 3 years ago.
No, it was longer than that.
Is it?
No way. It was 3 years.
It was like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
It took a long break.
Well, he pulls up that stat. One day.
Well, so it's counting this as a new anime.
This is even the new anime. So you would have to look up. It's Blue Exorcist, Tokyo
Revengers.
No, Kyoto. It's Kyoto. What year did that come out?
This came out in
2017. So 6 years ago. Damn. Yeah, because I remember
hold on, we had 3 years of COVID, so it was only 3 years ago.
Oh, yeah,
that's how COVID math.
And when did
now.
season 1 come out? Season 1 came out like early.
Way early, 2011.
So like this is like
so this is 10 years in the making. 12 years in the making.
It is one of those series that like it came out, and I don't think like when season 2 came out, like not everything was like in place for you to like know all the information about anime. Mm-hmm. Like being an anime fan nowadays in like the 2020 eras going forward is like so easy because like you have so many websites dedicated to like what anime is coming out each season. I use livechart.me. That's, and then I can go through and I can tag which anime I want to. And what's great about like a website like that is that I can put down every anime that I intend to watch for each season, and I can go to the next season. Like I've already looked at I'm already looking at spring's lineup to see what's coming out. Like they've already started announcing for spring.
Oh shit.
So it's like you can kind of get ahead of like what's coming out, so nothing surprises you. But stuff like this season 2 of Blue Exorcist, those kind of sites, they didn't exist yet, so kind of just went under the radar. Or they did exist, but they weren't like in circulation and everybody knew about them yet.
Okay.
It's weird. Like I feel like the anime community is both very accepting, but also like gatekeeper as hell. Right? Like we want anime fans, but like we also don't want to share like our tools for
share our love. And,
right.
Yeah.
Like here's how you can be the best anime weeb that you can be. Mm-hmm. But we're not going to give you that info.
Well, I think like My Hero Academia is a really good example of that. Like when it came out, you're not watching that. What are you, stupid? And now you watch it like, I can't believe you watched that.
Oh yeah. Like you can't watch My Hero Academia as a weeb because then you're immediately not a weeb anymore. You're just it's like, man, shut up. I mean, to be fair, I don't like My Hero Academia because
who does? If you watch that, you're an idiot.
But I'm not gonna be like that to my nephews who are like starting to. I'm like, look, hey, whatever gets you to this level,
right, whatever excites you,
I am fine with that, right? Like my nephew is a huge fan of Demon Slayer, and I'm like, awesome.
I'm a huge fan of Demon Slayer.
He just started watching Attack on Titan.
Oh,
just
good
without even provoking. He was just like, I saw this and it looked cool, and I'm like, awesome.
Good job. Good learning.
But yeah, so we're getting a season 3 of Blue Exorcist. I don't know what to expect because it's been so long since season 2. I would have to go back and just rewatch everything again.
I've never watched it, so I might wait for it to complete, and then I'll just binge 3 seasons worth.
My fiance, she used to cosplay as like the green-haired lollipop guy. I don't remember his name, but he's like he's like the eccentric character in the show.
Okay.
And she loved him, so I know she's excited for season 3. Another anime that's coming out that I'm excited for because I read this manga. It's another one of your isekais, and that is my instant death ability is so overpowered. No one in this other world stands a chance against me.
Now say it in Japanese.
Sokushi chi ga saikyu sugete isekai no yatsura ga marude aite ni naranai ne desu ga.
Now say it in German.
You started doing like
a Swedish chef.
That's a dead speaker.
Or is that Roadrunner?
You're getting all of your
never know.
I swear to God. This is your standard isekai, a bus full of kids. They go through a tunnel. They end up in another world. Once they're in this other world, they find out that they have like a window that they can open up, find that they have abilities. Everyone on the bus finds out they have abilities, and they like dip immediately, like leaving behind the people who don't have abilities. And then eventually the main character, he wakes up because he was asleep during the whole thing. And he wakes up and his ability is literally like to look at somebody, like, or not even look at somebody. Spoiler. I'm sorry. I read the manga. He can literally just like anybody he thinks of, just be like, die. And they die. Like there's no saving. There's no anything. He winds up fighting somebody who has the ability to like come back to life and all that stuff. And like his power just supersedes everything. He's just like, die. And they're dead. And it's crazy. It's like he's just like, I'm here. I just want to like do stuff. Blah blah blah. He's like, he's non-committal. He's just here to just do whatever. But people are like, we gotta kill him, and he's like, die. And he just keeps going about his life. Like he does not give a fuck.
Which is ironic because like the cover art they have,
he looks like he very much gives a fuck.
It looks like he very much gives a fuck and is like fighting for his life.
No, he does not give a single fuck, and that's what I love about him. It's like if Saitama just had the ability to tell people to die.
He basically does.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty much what he does, but he still has to give effort. Imagine if Saitama had to give zero effort completely. Like literally completely.
Man, those flies wouldn't.
He still had to.
The flies are the one thing he can't kill.
I thought it was mosquitoes.
It is mosquitoes.
It is mosquitoes.
Shit.
I was like, all right, hold on one second.
Mosquitoes fly.
Speaking of Saitama, we got Saitama's son is getting a second season.
So hyped for this.
So hyped.
So
because
hyped
this is probably going to be through the tournament, judging by the art for it.
Yep.
And that is.
So that is Mashal. We are getting Mashal season 2, which is exciting because season 1 literally just like ended. So the fact that they already announced season 2 and it's dropping is awesome.
Mashal so far, I just gotta say, it's one of those series that like we both love reading, but like watching it's hard because like they've done such a good job of animating the manga that it's like, well, we already saw everything,
right?
Like,
I mean, I am getting really excited though because season 1 it ended with the puppeteer pretty much. Right after that is when shit started kind of hitting the fan. So like I'm gonna have to watch that. Because I mean we have the school tournament after this. Yeah. And then just I'm not even going to spoil everything else, but you know, basically Voldemort gets introduced.
Yeah, their Voldemort.
Their Voldemort, and it's so good. That's
probably where the season's gonna
fucking hilarious. Yeah, and I could see that being where season 2 ends. Is the Voldemort introduction the fight? Yeah. So check it out if you guys have watched season 1. You're probably looking forward to season 2 just as much as we are. And if you haven't read, I'm telling you right now, don't read it. If the manga does such a great job. Into this by watching it, just keep watching it so you can like cry and laugh along with it. Yeah. The manga is amazing.
It is fantastic.
But it will ruin the anime for you. Yeah. So that's our only warning we can issue at this point.
Because again, it's done such a great job of like just animating the series, right? That it's like, man, like it's like how people are doing the Jujutsu Kaisen thing where they're showing like the panel versus the panels versus thing. I think like literally the Mashal anime is just like you could just put every panel over like, the series. Yeah. They've done a fantastic job.
They have. That being said, the manga is complete though.
It's done. It is
so
finished.
if you do,
If you just also want to finish
scratch that itch, yeah. I've read it like 4 times, so it's amazing.
It
every
is
time.
fantastic. It makes me laugh every time.
Every
too.
single time.
It's so
every
good.
single time.
Which we need in a post Gintama world,
Yeah,
because Gintama is hilarious.
that's another one I need to watch.
It is one of those series that I recommend everyone watch, but do it in moderation, because eventually when the jokes stop being funny, you've watched too much. Take a break. You're just like, okay, and then come back at it months later, and it's just it's funny. It's too funny. You get numb to it eventually.
Okay.
So
Fair
yeah,
enough.
100%.
Take some like Attack on Titan breathers in between them.
Right.
Like, hold on, I can't laugh. I need to go watch someone's life fall apart.
Yeah,
real quick.
exactly. The next series that's coming up, I'm excited for, because I read this manga forever ago, and I've never considered it ever getting an anime, and that is "'Tis Time for Torture, Princess." It is a series about a princess who gets kidnapped by the Demon King and his army,
Okay.
and she is like, I'll never tell you anything. There's nothing you can do to get any information out of me, right? And they like torture her, because literally tortures in quotation marks. And all they do is like, they'll do things like, in the picture they show like her like drooling over food, is that they'll eat really good food in front of her and say like, ooh, you can have some of this if you tell me. And she gives in all the time. One of my favorite one is where like the beast tamer shows up, and she's like, you're gonna have that dog have its way with me and defile me? And she's like, no, I'm gonna pet this dog, and there's nothing you can do about it, right? So like, and she's like, but I want to pet the dog. It's, if you just want pure comedy, "'Tis Time for Torture, Princess" is adorable, cute, funny.
Okay.
And I'm excited for it. I haven't seen any of the animation stills of it or anything like that, so I don't know what to expect. But if they're able to capture what the manga had, it's going to be adorably fun.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Another,
Which ironically also ties into torture. Is
Yeah.
this next one.
oh my god,
And we've talked about this before, because we both have read this manga.
we're the
and
only
we've
two in our
been
group
reading.
who are obsessed with it. I think.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone
I
else
think
in our
Anderson reads
Might.
it still.
Yeah.
But he's not like, doesn't care.
like we are. Like
Right,
we
right.
give a fuck.
But and this one is called The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic,
Which
and
is so great.
so good. It's another isekai, where guy gets summoned to a world, and he finds out that he has healing magic, which is kind of like looked down upon as a hero in this world. Kind of.
Kind of. If you're outside this kingdom, it's looked upon. Inside that kingdom, the king is like,
Oh shit.
like,
Yeah. And the reason is because their like top fighter is a healer mage.
yeah,
And she finds out that he exists. They're like trying to hide this kid from him.
they're trying to spare his life.
Right,
They're like,
because
no,
she's
hide
like-
him.
a torturer, pretty much.
Pretty much.
But she finds him, and her training method is she pushes you to your limit, like literally breaks you, rips all the muscles in your body, making you do like 1,000 push-ups, and then she heals you and says, do it again.
Do it again.
Do it again.
And then literally to the point where she's like, all right, do it, but this time use your magic to heal yourself.
Right. So it's like you're constantly like, it's like just do like 3,000 push-ups, but
Right.
heal yourself the entire way so you don't get like exhausted and your muscles are just constantly like ripping and repairing
and tearing
instantly.
and getting strengthening. All
Right.
that's it's so great, because it's literally like, if healing magic did exist in our world, there'd be so many like gym rats who would like literally use that ability for that exact purpose.
100%.
Like, because you would never have to leave the gym. Like, yeah, you gotta have your rest day. You gotta go home. You know, like
Bullshit.
Our buddy Jeff, who does this for a living,
Right.
he'd probably be like, oh man, he'd probably be the first person to learn healing magic, because he could use it on his clients.
Absolutely.
He would be like, yeah, you know, because you gotta heal. You gotta let your muscles rest so they can come back stronger. Jeff would just be like, no,
Give me another 20 laps.
keep going.
Right. Can you imagine that just like showing up and be like, oh, what's your schedule today? It's like, oh, well, I'm going to do legs, chest, back, arms, legs again. Chest, back, arms.
for 24 hours.
Right. It's like, yeah, I think today's only going to be a short day, maybe 13, 14 hours.
Yeah,
But
just a basic day.
yeah. But no, that's a good one. And I think I think you could pick up the manga, read it, and you'd still be excited for the anime.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because I feel like that's going to be an anime that it's going to do it so much more justice to see it animated.
Right.
So I think it'll definitely be worth.
And also, because I think that's like the issue. Like when you read a manga that's supposed to be funny, it's hard to watch it because you already know the jokes that are coming. Mm-hmm. So you already know Mashl's deadpan like reactions to everything.
Yes.
So there's
but
nothing to
action anime.
Action anime is different.
Yes, because the way they can animate the fight scenes are going to be so much better than what you can just see on a panel.
100%.
So
I'm excited for it.
It's kind of weird.
We've been excited for it since they announced it because they announced it forever ago.
Yeah, they did.
They did, and like they kept like not giving us like a release date. We were like, I am excited for the series. Give us a release date already. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, yes, we got a release date for it.
Are you guys nervous that the studio that's animating the Healer anime is the same one that did Shin-Chan?
I hope it's
So they're part. So
art.
it's
Oh my god.
it's Shinai Animation, and then it's Studio Ad, which has never done anything. This is their first. So they're partnering up. So we'll see what happens.
Oh man,
Oh,
no.
Oh, I hope it doesn't
no.
end up being like one of those
3D
crappy ones with the
CG.
3D CGI.
Oh, no, please, God, no.
Don't ruin this.
I mean, it
for
doesn't
us.
look like it. It doesn't look like it.
Oh no, because that's what they did with the one about the ugly guy that finds the door in his grandpa's thing.
Yeah.
Well, this looks
The
like it's
CG
drawn
is
like
not
Code Geass.
bad. Was that?
This looks like it's drawn like Code Geass. Like, look at the shading lines.
Yeah,
and
I mean the
everything.
cover art looks phenomenal.
We'll see.
Because like, who's the main studio?
Studio Shien. It's the one that
Okay.
does Shin-Chan.
Yeah, but Shin-Chan, they had other series besides Shin-Chan.
Peak Animation.
Peak Animation.
So this next one, I don't know about you, if you know anything about this, but I have just been like, when I'm like doom scrolling through the internet, I keep seeing this girl pop up. So this anime
Let me
is.
see the synopsis.
I was gonna tell you
Continue.
what the anime is called, but our producer took us off the page. Tales of Wedding Rings. And so we're gonna read the synopsis for you.
All right.
So you guys get to discover what this is with us live. So Sato has been in love with his childhood friend and neighbor Hime ever since her grandfather appeared out of nowhere 10 years ago. Now, a dazzling yet mysterious high school beauty makes it more and more difficult for him to confess his feelings, and the anniversary of her first meeting is nearing. Will he muster up his courage and transform their frightening into something more, or will an entirely different fate await for this tightly bonded pair? Oh my god, have I read this? Is this the
I
one
think I
where
read
she's like a
this.
princess from another world and they make a promise and then she comes back like 10 years later and he has to marry? Oh my god, I've read this. I
Oh
am
my god,
excited
yeah,
for this.
we read this.
I am
one.
excited for
Yeah,
this.
I am excited for this. Oh my god.
Hell yeah. Okay,
Yelling at me for going to look at pictures.
Oh wait, when did this
this
manga
has been out for a
2014.
long time. Yeah.
9
This
years
is a
ago.
long time coming, and it looks gorgeous.
This was on Crunchyroll's back when Crunchyroll had like their manga app. That's how
no
I
shit.
read it.
Is
yeah.
that how you read it?
Yeah.
I think this was, I read it just because this was back in like puberty pat phases. So it was like, oh, there's
9
boobs
years
on the
ago,
cover.
what?
Let
It's
me
20
read this.
I would have been 26, yeah.
Dude, oh my God. I am so hyped for this now.
Right? I am excited
This
for
was
this.
a good read.
That was a good read.
That was a good read.
And you know what? It's been so long, I don't remember.
don't remember
Right. Like we just
anything.
remembered it like by reading the
Yeah,
plot.
by
Yes.
reading it, it's like all coming back to me. I'm getting like the flashes. It's like, oh shit. Okay, cool. So yeah, put this on your radar, guys. Tales of Wedding Rings, Kekken Yubiwa Monogatari. So
Click Staple Entertainment though. I need to see something.
So they've
'cause
only
I've
done
seen-
4 animes so far.
Okay.
So I recognize this one.
Okay, all right.
What is this one called? Like what's
Vermilion Gold.
This
That
is the
was
the demon that just shows up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the animation's not bad in that one, so there's hope. All right. Okay. I was really terrified for a second because I saw the trailer for the trailer art for a second for Tales of Wedding Ring, and I was like, I don't know that.
I don't know.
art
The
looks a
cover's
little-
giving off very much like my dress up girlfriend vibes.
Right. Oh my god. With
Peaks.
gold. So the next one is a manga that I read. It does the I don't give a fuck trope, and that's villainous level 99. I may be the hidden boss, but I'm not the demon lord. So it's another one of those Otome reincarnated series where she's reincarnated into an Otome game, right?
Okay.
But she's reincarnated in the game as like a hidden boss, right? So like if you are a Final Fantasy fan out there, it'd be like if she was reincarnated into another world as a mega weapon, or I don't know, like I'm trying to think about like Ruby Weapon and Seven, so on and so forth, right? Like a boss that's super powerful. They exist in JRPGs as like the ultimate test of your ability to play that game.
Okay.
Like Sephiroth in Kingdom Hearts 1. I don't know how many RPGs you played, so I don't know like what
If it's not Zelda, I haven't played it.
Okay. I don't think Zelda really has many.
No. The fucking Lionel.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess, yeah. The Lionels.
Breath of the Wild, I still have yet to beat a Lionel.
They're so
I've beaten
hard.
a couple in Tears of the Kingdom.
But so she gets reincarnated as the hidden boss, right? So, but like she's automatically like just level 99. And she's like, she terrifies the Saintess, and the Saintess feels like there's something wrong with her, and she's just trying to live her life. She doesn't give a fuck. She doesn't care about the love interest or anything like that. She's just like, oh, cool, I'm the hidden boss. All right, I'm gonna do what I can. No, she knows she's the hidden boss, so she gets herself super strong so that she won't be easily beaten by the Saint when they shows up to kill her eventually. Okay. So she goes out of her way to become a level 99, but she does it like using like weird means that nobody, because she sees the world as an RPG, so she knows how to use the mechanics to like level herself up, whereas like other people and like in that world would be like, why would you fight like 4 demon hordes at once, like you're crazy. And she's like, yeah, but the EXP. Right. And they're like, EXP, like, you know, so like she's using gamer terms and stuff like that. But she just goes about like living her normal life, and she doesn't understand why people are terrified of her. It's cute. It's fun. I read the manga. In the most recent one, she finds a dragon egg, and she's super adorable. She's holding on to it because she wants to have a baby dragon. And then the dragon shows up. It's super cute at first, like a chibi dragon, but then like overnight turns into like a full-grown dragon. Mm-hmm. And she's like wondering why everyone's like running away from it. And she's like, oh, they must be too like. I forget like what mental gymnastics she jumps through to get to where she is, but she thinks that people are afraid of how cute the dragon is, and it's like, no, it's a full-grown shadow dragon. They're just terrified of it. It's adorable. The next one is a manga that I read. I love this one, and it's Hokkaido Gals Are Super Adorable. It is a rom-com harem-style anime about a guy who gets transferred to a school in Hokkaido, and on his first day he realizes like how freezing cold it is in Hokkaido, and he winds up like becoming friends with this girl that's like sitting next to him, and it delves into like all sorts of rom-com shoujo stuff. Like it's super cute, super adorable. It's one of those like these girls finding like figuring out that they're in love with him, and him finding out that he's in love with one of them, and it's super cute. The manga art is awesome. Like every time like she blushes and she does something, I'm just like, oh, you're so precious, I love you. So yeah, it's one that I'm excited for because I don't know the studio, Silverlink or Blade, but I hope that they do a good job. Let's see what Silverlink has done. Did Masamune Kun's Revenge. Oh, they did Baka to Test? Okay. So they did a lot of, like, series, but I don't know if they've done any series that I'm looking at where the art...
I recognize, but I also don't watch this genre, really.
Okay, all right. So Blade, who they're teaming up with, has done some cute...
Wait, is this... No, this isn't the butt bounce fighting girl anime, is it?
No, it's the
sport climbing girl.
It's about girls that just climb.
Awesome.
Okay.
Sweet.
So there's potential for it the animation to be peak. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Because that series deserves good animation for those cute girls. And then, yeah.
Is this it? Is this time?
I think this is it. Because I mean, we could stretch. There's plenty of other animes on there that I do want to watch,
but I think we need to give this its due diligence.
It needs the full last minute's time that we have to talk about it.
January. We are almost there, and I think it's like January 14th or something like that. They're 24th or the 4th.
Straight up 2 months away. As of our recording this.
I don't even know how to begin this. We've mentioned it before. We'll mention it again, and we're definitely going to talk about it come January. But
This might be one of those series that we do a separate episode just for a wrap up of just this episode season.
Yeah. So we're talking about solo leveling.
Solo leveling, baby.
Solo leveling.
Solo leveling.
This.
Oh
my god! It's
peak. It's peak. It's not even a word.
Peak doesn't begin to talk about how good this is. This is perfect.
It really is. How many times have we reread this?
Ultimately
series?
perfect.
Yeah.
I currently rereading it because I'm buying the books as they're releasing.
Right.
So
it's like, okay, why not?
So this I know for a fact was a light novel. So this was a light novel first.
Right.
Then it got picked up as a manhwa, and now it's getting adapted into an anime. And the basic synopsis of this is you have your main character. They live in a world where gates appear into like demon worlds and everything like that. And it's basically gotten to the point where when the gates appeared, people started developing powers. So you're ranked anywhere from like an F rank to a S rank or double S rank or something like that. Where, if you're an E or an F, you have like semi heightened like strength and ability, and
you're slightly
you're like on par with like an Olympic
yeah.
wrestler or something like that. Like you're strong compared to a human,
right?
But you're still like nothing.
You're probably as strong as somebody, like if you awoken as like a rank F, you're probably as strong as somebody who spent their whole life at the gym.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like you get the cheat ability, but like that's it.
Right. But
that guy at the gym can still become stronger than you.
Right.
You're that's where you're top.
And it's a world where like 80% of the people became hunters is what they're called. So it's like even if you do get that boost to become like a gym rat strength, like you're still weak compared to 80% of the world.
Right.
So this kid, the main character, he was born as like the lowest rank he could be. But his family is like struggling because his dad disappeared. His mom is like in a coma because of this weird disease that got introduced to the world.
Yeah, when the gates opened, it was like the eternal sleep or something.
The eternal sleep.
Yeah.
So it's like him trying to take care of his sister, and the only way he can do this is by going into these gates. But
he's super
weak. So he goes in and he's just like the collector. He'll just because these hunters go into the gates and kill all these monsters, and then they bring back like stones and like hides and stuff to make like new weapons and medicines and everything like that. So he goes into this gate one day with a group of people, and it becomes what is known as a red gate. So basically he goes into like a C ranked gate. It becomes a red gate, which boosts it up to an S rank. Right. So now he is in the strongest gate possible. And
with
they're
a bunch of people who who only had the strength to accomplish a C rank mission.
Right, like their group leader is a B rank.
Yeah, like they can take on a C rank normally, but now it's an S rank.
Right, so now it's an S rank that everyone's gonna like pretty much die.
Yeah, everyone finna die.
Right, so the only way to get out of this is to beat the gate boss. So they get to the end, and there's like this giant stone statue, and I know you guys have seen it. It's this creepy ass like priest looking motherfucker with this huge smile on his face. And I'm not gonna ruin anything like that, but basically he gets out of the gate. The next day he wakes up in a hospital bed, and all of a sudden like game windows are popping up for him. And it's like, hey, today you have to run 5 miles or you get a penalty and all this stuff. So he becomes the first hero that has a leveling up ability.
Right.
So this is where the title comes from. He begins soloing these gates and leveling up. And it is... It's so good. It's so fucking good.
It sounds like a generic, like... any other thing, like, okay, it's a guy who has the ability one day awakens to level himself up and stuff like that. And it's like, no.
It is so much more.
It's so much more to that, because at every point he's never OP. He
is always training to be the next guy.
Yeah, he is always like at that level. And I think there's only like one moment in the series where he was like, yeah, I'm top dog now. And that's like at the end when
Well,
you're
even
like,
at the end, he was struggling.
yeah.
So like, you're not gonna get that that one punch
No.
man thing in here where it's just like immediately overpowers everyone he meets. It's
If you are someone who likes like series where you actually see the character develop their strength, because I think that's like a lot of people's issue with a lot of like OP based characters is that like, yeah, Saitama just became One Punch Man because he did 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and ran 100 kilometers.
Right.
And it's like, okay, all right. So I guess technically he trained for his strength, but
dude, I don't even know where like season 1's gonna end.
I have no idea. I'd have to
I don't know. Like, it's definitely not Ant Island.
It's definitely not Ant
Definitely
Island.
not Ant
There's
Island.
too much.
God, I'm so excited for Ant Island, but it's not going to be that. The tower, maybe him clearing the tower, but that's still kind of far.
Yeah, it's a little far into it.
It could be Ingress once he gets Ingress.
I love Ingress. My favorite character.
Yes,
My favorite. That thing. I'm not gonna say.
Yes, I mean we could say it. His new powers he awakens with is.
Well, he's technically. Yeah, you gotta say what he is because we know what he is.
You're gonna have to watch it, guys. Oh my god, just
well, like it's.
I'll spoil a lot of shit for you.
We
I
100% will.
Solo
And this
Leveling.
series is so great that we would be doing a disservice by spoiling it.
This series we talked about weekly when the chapters came out.
We literally
just
had
trying to predict
figure out
where the fuck they were going.
100%.
And
like,
we were nowhere near close.
No.
Like the ending they gave us was like, oh my god, I did not see that coming. But it wraps up everything. And
they gave us even more.
They gave us more because who was it? Was it the artist died or
the
was
artist
it
died?
The artist passed away. So in honor of the artist, they released a separate Solo Leveling that continued the story and actually wrapped up everyone's life,
right?
Like the way you wanted to see it, and it was so fucking cute, and it's what I needed.
Yes,
and
we need more though.
We need more.
I understand that they won't do it because of the artist.
But the anime, oh my god! And
R.I.P. to that artist though, because the art and the manhwa,
bro, that is a tattoo I want. Just anything with him,
any panel
I want a tattoo of, and I'm seeing people get tattoos of
Solo
Leveling.
I always see the statue one.
The statue, the smiling statue, or like on the throne. And you guys have definitely seen the meme of the statue. It's a giant. He's sitting on a throne, and there's a whole bunch of people like bowing in front of it. And I've always seen this meme where it's like the meme has all the people with like anime titles like listed on it, and then just the giant throne is like Dragon Ball Z. And it's like, this is the best.
Yeah, I mean,
oh my god.
Is that your one? We didn't do one last episode.
What this is
your
you
Dragon
need to watch
Ball?
It. Oh,
this Dragon Ball reference.
We didn't do that. Oh, but speaking of Dragon Ball, guess what else is coming out?
Oh yeah.
They have officially ruined our lives and announced we are not getting Super Season 2.
Nope.
No, we are not getting the Moro arc. We are getting Dragon Ball GT .2.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Daima.
Yep.
Where I think they said it was going to be like a 22 episode miniseries, which it's supposed to take place directly after the Buu saga, before Super. So it won't have Beerus or anything like that in there.
No Hit, no Beerus, no Jiren.
No anyone
no
good.
No Ultra Instinct, which is like what everybody wants more of.
Exactly. But instead they're taking all of the main characters and they're reverting them into kids. And Goku and friends have to travel the universe with Supreme Kai to find this wizard to revert them back to adults.
Oh my god, it is GT.
It's literally GT.
I did not know that was
Yeah, that's the synopsis that's been leaked. Now that being said, the animation
did they not know that
gorgeous.
We hated GT?
In retrospect, GT is better than Super.
All right. In retrospect,
we got Super Saiyan 4.
Fuck yourself.
We got Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah, we got Super Saiyan 4. You literally go 50 episodes for 4. At least Super, like...
How many episodes was the Tournament of Power? Too many?
It was a lot too many.
It was 34 episodes, I think. I think there's 133 episodes.
If you want to talk shit about Super, you're talking shit about the wrong arc. Because...
Tournament of Power was...
Tournament of Power was awesome.
20
it was
episodes.
amazing.
No, we need to shit on Future Trunks.
Yeah, all right. I was gonna say, like, how do you say that arc without like?
God, and the worst part was the Goku Black arc was so good up until
The ending.
The last like 3 episodes.
They're like, oh, we're just gonna
Zamasu became the world. Like the fuck.
It was dumb.
Dumb.
It was dumb.
Dumb sauce.
That was like the weakest thing you've ever done at Akira Toriyama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get
Except for also forgetting about Launch. That's also pretty weak.
Yeah. he straight up said that.
Straight
He was
up
like,
forgot
yeah,
about
I just
Launch.
forgot she existed. My bad.
Sorry,
But
guys. That's on me.
That's what I love about him, though. He's like, yeah, I forget my story all the time.
Which is funny because like I know so many people who like are obsessed with Dragon Ball, but like that's it. Like that's the only anime they watched, right?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
Dragon Ball, and it's like y'all know Akira Toriyama. Like he don't cook like all the other manga authors. They're like, man, Dragon Ball's so great, and I'm like, yeah, but is it? But to be fair, I think like we all have to admit that Dragon Ball is awesome, and we do love everything about it. When Goku went Ultra Instinct for the first time, I was shaking my table. I was like, oh my god, right? You just regressed to a 12-year-old boy.
Absolutely.
Right?
Dude,
That's what Dragon Ball does.
It got to the point where there was like stadiums down in like people in Mexico love Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where they were like renting out stadiums and putting it on the Jumbotron.
100%.
Just to watch like the final Jiren battle.
And that's all well and good. But that doesn't mean that Akira Toriyama cooks like other... Like, let's be real here. Akira Toriyama is not on the level of making a story like Oda. Like, say what you want. Eiichiro Oda and One Piece is just... It's a different level.
It doesn't help that he just like gave up creative rights.
He really did.
Like when he came back and he's doing Super and he's like, okay, let me go see what I missed. And he was like watching the movies. He's like, oh, I actually like this Brawly character. Let me bring him back there.
I kind of wonder if Akira Toriyama just like does not give a fuck about the fan base anymore. Like he literally was like, yo, I hate Vegeta. And the fan base was like, he's the greatest character ever. And he's like, yo, I could just give you guys slop and you'll eat it up. All right, that's all I'm going to give you for the rest of your life.
He just cares about, what is it, Dragon Quest and Chrono.
That's all he wants.
That's all he cares about, and that's fine.
Well, you know who really cares about Dragon Quest? That's my boy.
Anderson.
Togashi.
Okay, well, then he needs to end Hunter x Hunter.
Hunter
And stop
never
playing
gonna end.
dating sims.
What's the other one? It's Dragon Quest and... what's the one? It's an anime that he always puts on break whenever it comes out with a new season or series. It's slipping on me. Togashi, yeah.
Oh, and you know what else? Unfortunately, we're getting
true.
we're getting a live action Yu Yu Hakusho.
No. That's the end of that conversation.
No, we got to bring it
Nope.
up. We got to bring it
Nope.
up. Yep.
We're done with that
Nope.
conversation.
Have you seen the stills?
Nope.
They look so
It doesn't
great
exist.
and amazing.
It's worse. It's garbage. Whoever at Netflix red lighted that really needs to be dragged out into the
I
street.
really hope they go into extreme detail.
They
on
need
him
to
hatching
be
the egg and
no.
yeah.
They
I
need
think that
to
should be season 1. all in
Boondock
itself.
Saints. Why?
God, would you
at
look?
Them. They look.
Yeah.
They look spot on.
All right. First of all, why is his face so round for Yusuke? They look so terrible. They all look. Yusuke looks like literally like I don't know.
He looks like a 50-year-old man. That's
he
been,
really
like,
does. He
in the
looks so
Yakuza
frumpy. Like that's like the best word. And why does Hiei look? And
He,
Kuwabara-
I think, looks the best. What the flower guy? I don't remember his name.
Kurama.
but yeah, he just looks like a dude. They put a
Kuwabara
wig
just
on.
looks like he should be like in like a background dancer for BTS. I don't know why. It's so dumb. I hate everything about this.
Oh my god!
It's gonna be trash. It's gonna be trash. We just gotta accept it.
But
Yeah, I'm sorry. That is a horrible way to end this episode.
no, we need you to chew on that and
No.
keep that bad flavor in your mouth.
I need you all to understand that Yu Yu Hakusho live action does not exist. It can't hurt you, and just accept that. Yu Yu Hakusho live action can't hurt you.
We're gonna see what's worse, this or Death Note.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like if Netflix is trying to do the whole we can do live actions properly, then why do they keep just doing it shittily? Right?
See, my big thing
Like
is
this is the reason why I also have no hope for the Avatar: The Last Airbender series.
truth,
Right?
big truth.
Because like this is the same like Avatar: The Last Airbender, the live action, is being done by the same studio that thought that was okay. All right?
Hey,
They thought that was okay, and they're working on your series.
I'm not saying I'm excited
Right.
about it. I'm just saying it looks CGI wise good.
Yeah. No. They're making that.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
They literally said that was okay, and they were like, okay. Because who dropped out of the Avatar: Last Airbender again?
The creators.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I
If you're gonna
can't-
drag my series down, I'm gonna drag your series down.
This is always going to be how I refer to Yu Yu Hakusho from now on.
No, I
Yusuke Laserfinger. It's like, oh yeah, I watched that live action on Netflix. It was fabulous.
swear to God, that's like my dad saying that he liked Death Note because he watched the live action.
Ugh.
I'm like,
The only good thing about that was Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe looked like a good Ryuk. I won't deny that one,
No.
but please take it off already. Third chair, it's traumatizing me.
Oh my god. And with that trauma, Mike's going to go cry in the corner and
I
I'm
am
going to
gonna
sign off
cry.
for you.
See ya.
See you guys.
You should be watching